Ayo, check, check. All right, I'm gonna call that good. Bam. Wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Let's get started. Do I have anything? No, I think we took care of all this last time. Just out of curiosity, what personas are we rolling with? Okay. Yeah, I think we already kind of covered everything, so let's just get right to it. Let's get moving. So let's see how well we can beat enemies on this next area. I think when we left off, I had just beaten this boss. So we probably need to do a little bit of grinding. Okay, there's a strong presence somewhere below us. Obtained an amethyst. This is a small guy, so it's probably not even really worth fighting, but...
There's one enemy and it's rattled.
Okay.
I'll scan the target. All right, sister. Let's get him.
I'm going to turn the game up just a smidge. Let me know if it's too loud.
Great battle.
Kind of thinking money. Like, we want experience, but money is just so good.
They're surprised. You can get it. Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Interesting. I feel like there's supposed to be a texture where that white box is. Let's just go for it.
It doesn't seem like darkness will work.
Oh. Well. I'm kind of thinking I should switch it up. Have Junpei and Akihiko act freely? Because like physical damage is not going to be worth it. Like even the slim chance of a knockdown, it's better to... what's the word? Like it's better to have them doing spells, and then if Akihiko happens to get an electricity thing going, like we can always knock it down with a crit that way.
Attack weakened. Please be careful. I need your help.
Nice try.
Ooh.
I've been waiting for this.
I mean, I'll take that.
I won't lose.
I actually didn't know enemies could like do the thing where their physical attacks miss and they knock themselves. No, I did know that. They do that sometimes. It's just uncommon.
Just won't die.
Go for an Agidine. Ooh. That was not good. Okay, the AI was kind to me there. We are still absolutely in the danger range. Oh, that's bad.
Couldn't finish it off.
I think we should play this extra safe and heal everybody. Like a crit at full health brought us down to 8 health. We gotta play this safe.
I won't lose. I couldn't finish it off. That one just won't die.
I need your help.
Don't overdo it.
I mean, I would prefer they not waste their turns like just healing each other with items, but I mean, I'll do what I gotta do. Okay, I think in this specific instance, because we dodged it, I'm gonna go for the revival bead. And that's the price we pay. We can beat this thing, it's just a question of how many people are we going to have left to do it. Like, if we keep ourselves and Akihiko topped up, we're not going to die.
I couldn't finish it off.
Never mind, we can take exactly lethal damage. I think we could have won that fight. It was just a matter of a few too many unlucky crits. What I shouldn't have done is let Junpei die. I think there's two things I could have done. Thing number one, I should have just used a I forget what it's called. The revival item that gives 100% of the health back. I should have used that on Metis instead, so she could survive a death bound. I should have, after that mistake, I should have also healed Junpei instead of, or no, like concurrent with that mistake. Healing Junpei, not healing Junpei and ignoring Metis was a bad call. Like if we brought Metis up with full HP, she would have survived. Or if I had healed Junpei, he would have survived. And that way we're not losing out so much on like turn economy, I guess, for lack of a better term. Or term, excuse me. I'm just tripping over my tongue today. Okay. It's a new chance at something. We got a diamond. I should really check the store where you use those, the antique store. Okay, 5 enemies.
You've surprised them.
All brand new. I think I am fine with almost everyone's tactics. Hey, Fridays. How you doing? Let's go for a death bound.
Use Muto skills. It's weak against. I'm giving it my all.
That one just won't die.
Okay, what were these guys weak to? Dark.
There are 3
Basically nothing we can do about that.
Scan the target.
It won't go down.
It seems the enemy's weak against.
Weak against light. Ugh.
Couldn't finish it off.
I am noticing a pattern now where this could be bad.
I've regained my honor.
Like, to make the encounters more difficult, they are just taking away the random encounter, or not the random encounters, what's the word I'm looking for? They're taking away the like elemental weaknesses. They're just making them resist more stuff. It's not bad, but like the fact that I can't influence what my party members are weak to is kind of like limiting in a way that the mainline SMT games wouldn't be. Like, my enemies are immune to everything, but I am kind of stuck with the party I've built. And like Metis has no weaknesses, but like I'm just always gonna have to kind of work around like at minimum Junpei being weak to wind and Akihiko being weak to ice, I wanna say.
You've surprised it. Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Like, it's not terrible, but the like higher difficulty of these encounters is like not as well thought out as like difficult encounters in other Atlas games.
It has multiple weaknesses.
finish it
And
off.
like sometimes they're just throwing in fights like this one where it's just going to
It
be
has
like
multiple weaknesses. Only one enemy left.
hit one of their many weaknesses.
Absolutely set. Persona. All right, sister. Let's get.
I won't lose. I've been waiting for this.
Like when I think about a series like SMT or like the adjacent series of SMT that are more similar to it than Persona, like the thing that sticks out to me is like your party is more directly customizable. So random encounters are a lot more difficult in those games if you approach them from like the path of least
There are
resistance.
2 enemies.
But if you like study the enemy encounters, you can craft a like team and move set specifically for the area, and then it's a breeze.
Give me a sec.
Or maybe not
Scan the
literally a breeze, like sometimes random crits happen, but like there's more interesting decision making going on, I guess. Like you can either bring a less tailor-made team and have longer combat with more decision in combat and just generally have a harder time, or you can craft the perfect team and just like not breeze through, but you're like rewarded for taking that extra time to think about your party composition. But here it's kind of like you kind of need to pick your team right at the start of this, because like the only thing to do in the answer right is like grinding. Or like not literally grinding, but like the dungeon. There's no... The story beats happen only when you progress in the dungeon. So you're kind of being penalized by being forced to take a ton of time out to like grind up your lower level party members if you want to have access to everybody at all times. So the path of least resistance is to just
You've surprised them.
pick, you know, your 3 other party members and stick with them.
Give me a sec.
Because otherwise Aegis is going to get so over leveled at some point because she has to be in the party. But it's like, why bother?
Understood.
I don't know if this ramble is making sense. Or if it's even interesting. But it's interesting to me to talk about.
Way to go, senpai.
I'm giving it my all. It's weak against.
Like the fact that I can't just like make new personas for Junpei, I have to stick with his moveset at all times, is a lot more limiting. And so when they do this thing where they make the encounters more difficult, like they're still a lot easier, I would say, than most SMT encounters. But like where they make them a little more comparable in terms of difficulty, it kind of doesn't work as well, because the thing that makes SMT work is that you can plan around specific demons and stuff showing up in encounters. Where here it's like, yeah, it's a set list of enemies, but I also only have a set list of companions with a set list of moves that I can't edit aside from leveling them up. And even then, leveling them up just like gets them usually the more powerful skills of types they already have. It's not like I'm going to level up Akihiko and he's suddenly going to get an ice skill. like he's suddenly gonna learn resist ice. There's a part of me that's like, just keep going, but we kind of need to grind. Like, the more we do now, the less we have to worry about it later.
It's weak against.
Understood. I won't go down. Activating Orgia mode.
Metis defeated an enemy.
I also wish I could issue like sort of sub tactics to Orgia mode, because it's like,
That's your chance. Go.
like it's worth doing because Metis pays no cost to use skills. That's just like kind of a no-brainer. It's like, it's free skills. Why would I not do that? But then like, sometimes the AI just does basic attacks 5 turns in a row.
Just 2 more to go.
And it's like, well, if she's just gonna do basic attacks, like here it worked out because it was a crit, but if that's all it's gonna be, I may as well keep her on regular tactics and put her on something like knockdown, where I can actually guarantee that whatever move she does will be the most useful one she can.
A rare form. Destroy
Okay,
it.
I forget
It's a rare shadow. Don't let it escape.
what this thing is weak to. I'm just gonna go for it. There we go.
Okay. Did you see that, Shinji?
Oh, I just realized I never joined the stream call, so if anybody wanted to call in, they couldn't. But I'm there now. We also got an opulent coin, which we could sell for money.
There are 2 of them. Attack.
Okay. 2 of
Give me
them.
a sec. I'll scan the target.
I won't go down.
These kinds of enemies with like the cloak and stuff,
It seems
I feel like
combat
tend to
skills
be
work
more
well on
bit,
this one.
like dangerous. I forgot to set up her tactics. Okay, I'm cool with that because that was like the 1 in 200 chance of that being useful, and it was.
Won't go down.
The analysis failed.
Ah, I actually never noticed that Fuka will tell you if the analysis doesn't finish. Okay, we got a knife for Koromaru. It's probably pretty good, but kind of like I was talking about, I picked my party at the start and Koromaru wasn't really in it, so...
There are 3 enemies. Be careful. Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
I won't go down.
I forgot to set Metis' tactics. I need to be better about that.
The enemy's weak against ice.
Damn you.
Akihiko Senpai defeated
You're on a roll.
enemy.
It's still alive. It's on.
There's only 1 enemy left.
Good job.
Damn. Couldn't finish it off. All right, sister. Let's get it. I must protect my sister.
Okay. Ooh. No, growth 2 is decent.
My skills have increased.
3 dazed
Okay.
enemies. This is our
These are all
chance.
enemies we've met, right? Yeah.
The enemy.
Metis go into Orgia mode, and
Hasta la vista.
Don't mess with me.
This is also just a random thought I'm having, but like, it would be cool if like having save data from the journey like did something for the answer and vice versa.
There are 3 of them. Strike first.
Okay, so this guy was just weak to dark. Nothing we can really do about
Give me a
that.
sec. I'll scan the target.
Understood. I won't go down.
Damn you! Here's our chance.
Orchia mode is go.
Ooh. Nice crit.
Go for it!
It's weak against electricity.
Electricity, and they do a whole lot of pierce damage.
That one just won't die.
Hasta la vista.
The SMT5 comes out on Friday.
That one just won't die.
I've been like trying to avoid as many like spoilers and whatnot as I possibly can. So I haven't seen, like I haven't even watched the like individual like demon trailers that they've been doing. I want to go in with a like as fresh as possible experience. I'm still debating whether I want to stream it actually when it comes out, because like I want to play it and I want to at least talk about playing it on stream. The tricky thing is Atlas has some stream like rules for broadcasting and like what you can and can't show on stream. And so like I will say right now I won't stream the whole game or anything like that like I usually like to do. It would probably be more like a first impression stream the first day it comes out, and then afterwards I would just play it like I normally would, and then like
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
talk about it. I guess my thoughts are like
Understood.
the streaming rules
That's the way.
specifically prevent
Here's our chance. Let's get him.
showing stuff that happens in the game after a certain point, which is pretty like that's pretty standard too. Like they did it for Persona 5, they did it for Royal, I think they did it for Nocturne Remastered too. Like it's just kind of part of their process now. So like that's already why I wouldn't bother doing a full playthrough on stream, because I don't want to mess with Atlas in that regard. But then there's also just I don't know if it's like an issue per se, but like they don't want you showing the analysis data for certain boss fights. Like they don't want you to show
3 of them. Strike first.
boss weaknesses, resistances, that kind of stuff. Like, so it would be like I could stream parts of the game, but I could either never show you boss fights, or like bare minimum I wouldn't be able to analyze the boss fight while I'm on stream, which would just be kind of tedious. And I'm thinking like I do have other stuff to like do on Friday. It's not like I couldn't stream on Friday, but like
One enemy to go.
That's the last.
it would be a little bit of extra effort to do that, and it's like I don't know, I'm trying to like balance in my head like how inconvenient will it be to follow all of Atlas's rules for streaming it so I don't get like a strike or something on my channel, because I really don't want that to happen.
Keep going.
how do I, if I do stream it, like how many boss fights are there going to be in the first 2 to 4 hours, something like that. It's just like stuff I'm thinking about, but I am excited to play it. I'm going to be taking some time off from like streaming and just like, you know, all my regular life responsibilities next week anyway, for, you know, other fun personal stuff not to do with video games. But
There are 3 enemies. Be careful. Give me a sec. I'll scan
okay,
the
I
target.
know these are weak to Pierce, so I'm just gonna knock them down
Here's
now.
your chance.
I won't go down.
I'm looking forward to like
I couldn't finish it off.
spending at least some amount of my time off playing SMT5. I don't know if I'll finish it. I have no idea how long the game is gonna be, but I am looking forward to it.
Okay, now.
2 enemies to go.
But yeah, I may or may not stream it on Friday. We'll see.
Hasta la vista. Keep it up. Good one.
Like, it's a weird thing where like I've been trying to avoid spoilers, but now it's like I probably should spoil the first like 2 to 4 hours of the game to know what I'd be getting into in terms of how much stuff would I have to avoid showing, like how would I do that, like if there's one thing that there are many things that bother me about Atlas as a company, but I would say one of the things that bother me the most in terms of like things that directly impact me is like I don't want to call them totally anti-streaming, but they're very like cagey about it. Like they're cagey about it, but they're not so obviously cagey that you should just never stream their games. It's more like
Use your guns and bows on.
they'll make some like the rules even say like you can't stream it
Give my all.
behind a paywall, but if you make like sort of incidental income from things like the YouTube partner program, that's fine. So like they are cool with people streaming it, but then it's like there's all these restrictions on what you can and can't show. You have to have the Sega and like Atlas copyright thing on there, which isn't a big deal. I would probably just stick it on as like a watermark in the corner
Give me a sec.
to fulfill that requirement.
Hasta la vista.
I guess it's mainly the like not being able to show everything. It's like I get it, you know, they don't want people spoiling the game for anybody. Sure, I'll double up. I think. Well, I just need to pick any of these. Okay. Like, it would be, I think, easier if Atlas would just, like, release a very exhaustive document that says everything you are and aren't allowed to show instead of being vague about it. Like, I guess, like, the conundrum is, like, supposedly they're doing this to keep people from getting the game spoiled. So they're not going to put all of the spoilers to not show in the document because it would kind of defeat the purpose, but it's like,
It has
you know, as a streamer, it's like, I want to know, okay, I can't show the analysis screen, but can I fight the boss on screen? Because, like, even if I can't show the analysis screen, I'm going to logically determine what the boss is weak to just by fighting it. And it's like, is that semantically different from showing the analysis screen? It's like, stuff like that that like I'm worried about, but like the guidelines aren't clear, and it's like I want to play this game because it's a game I've been looking forward to for a long time, and like I feel like it would be fun to stream it. I don't like to think about the numbers for this stream too often. I just do this because I enjoy it. But like, you know, realistically, it's a brand new game. If I'm streaming it, that's going to be like an opportunity for new people to find the stream. So it's like trying to weigh like the opportunity to do this cool thing with like the practical reality of like Atlas just being super like cagey about what you can and can't show, and like the rules not being specific enough but like needing specificity for me to be fully able to follow them. Okay, Hisuki is like not the one I wanted out of that group, but I will take it. Okay, I just got a message about something. I'm gonna take care of something after the stream. But
There's one enemy.
Hasta la vista.
Good choice. The enemy is down.
I've been waiting for this. Okay, now!
The enemy is getting.
and the thing that really sucks is like on top of all of the very specific rules in the document, which like, I mean, I just called them very specific, you know, you just heard me complain about how they actually need to be a little more specific, but like on top of all of that, one of the things in the document is just like, if we ask you to stop, you have to stop streaming or, you know, unhost the video, that stuff. And it's like,
Be careful.
so there's all these very specific rules with, or not very specific, there's all these rules we have to follow or we can't stream it, right? And it's like, it's helpful to know that those are things they're like looking at when they decide whether to take something down or not, but at the same time, it's kind of like, I'm going to all this effort, and then like, if Atlas happens to be streaming the game on Twitch when I want to stream it, and they decide to be jerks about it, they could, like, conceivably just issue a takedown notice to every single other person who's live in the SMT5 category and make sure that people can only watch the Atlas stream of the game.
The enemy's returned to normal.
Like, I'm not a lawyer. You know, maybe there is some, like, clause in these rules or some case that could be made that they can't do that, but my layman's understanding of it is that they can. And I don't like that. Like, there's already all this specificity, and then there's the added, like,
Come defeated an enemy.
we can ask you to stop and we don't have to tell you why thing.
Here's our chance. Let's get him! Get back here, you son of a... Dude.
Sure, I'll take the double up. Level 56, not bad. We're kind of getting close to... I mean, we're not that close, but we're kind of close to, like, I would say almost end game levels. Like, you know, I haven't done the answer in a long time, but I think I remember you can beat it at about the
There are two
same
enemies.
like
Give me a
level
sec.
as you could the journey, and we beat that at like 70 something, I think. And, like, it was a little dicey, but we did do it. So we're probably like not too far from being able to finish.
It's weak against electric.
Limiters released.
Okay, so the dice are weak to electricity.
One enemy to go.
Last one. Waiting for this. Okay, now.
Three dazed enemies. This is our chance.
Understood. Hasta la vista.
Enemy defeated.
Good one. I won't go down.
I won't lose.
There's one enemy left.
You're on a roll. Going into Orgia mode. I must protect my sister.
There are three enemies. Be careful. It seems
Understood. I won't go down.
that's the way.
Now's our chance.
Hasta la vista.
Keep it up.
Good one. I won't go down.
The enemies return to normal.
Keep swinging.
That one just won't die.
The enemies return to normal.
I'm giving it my all. Two more to go. Hasta la vista.
One enemy left.
I've been waiting for this.
So far, so good.
No shadows detected.
Sure. I'm getting a lot of these double ups. That's like kinda strange. Like, it's not bad, but it's strange. It is hard to get sneak attacks in this one.
There are three enemies. Be careful.
Understood.
Honestly, I'm just gonna go for this. Like,
The enemies return to normal.
Come on, let's dance.
AoE?
Two more to go.
Unfortunate.
Check this out. Good job. Mano a mano. Let's do this. Here's our chance. Let's get him. Get back here, you son of a- Let's keep going.
Okay, I was hoping for the experience there, but money's not terrible. Okay, I do see the rare treasure chest back there, so we are going to try to grab that.
There's one enemy. Attack.
Hasta la vista.
Good choice. The enemy is down.
Easy peasy.
Sister, let's get him.
Good job.
One thing I did want to do that I never got around to before SMT5 was going to come out is finishing SMT4. I got it on the 3DS. It was like a gift from a friend. Maybe not forever ago, but it was, you know, a while ago. And like, I just never finished it. Like, I like SMT4, I enjoy the time I spend playing it. But it's just like, I don't know, something about the 3DS. It's just like not,
The enemy is
like it's not bad, but it's like not fun to sit and just play on a 3DS for hours and hours. I kind of like to just open it up, play for like an hour tops, maybe 2, and then turn it off. And then a game like SMT, where there's
a
like
rare one. Don't let
lots
it
of
go.
stuff that you have to keep track of and that happens in the story and otherwise,
Hasta la vista.
it's just like I didn't get around to finishing it because it's like every time I load it up, I have to like figure out what I was doing, figure out what side quests I was in the middle of, figure out what the main quest was. Like, it's a very content dense game, and that just doesn't vibe with the way I like to use the 3DS, if that makes sense.
A rare form. Destroy it. A rare one. Don't let it get away.
Oh. That one was not weak to physical damage, and I thought it would be. Hopefully, though, this will, like, kind of solve our money problems. At least temporarily.
Okay. Did you see that?
We're just gonna rush.
A
I don't know why I haven't been doing this. Like, we know we're just gonna do physical attacks every time.
Let's keep going.
Lots of opulent coins.
A rare form. Destroy it. Good luck, everyone.
Okay, that's frustrating,
Enemy
but
escaped.
we can work with that. Sid's jacket. Ooh, resist electricity. Actually, come to think of it, resist electricity isn't even that good for Jinpei, but we can roll with it. Like, there's no reason not to fully explore this floor, because it's just like,
A rare form.
if we get in fights, as long as it's not like the Rebirth, it's gonna be free money.
Careful.
I must protect my sister.
Like, the worst thing that happens is the enemy runs from the fight and we've wasted a little bit of time, but I think it's worth the risk. And fully exploring the floor gives us more opportunities to find treasure.
If you get into trouble, run! Good job!
Like, there we go. We cleared out the floor. We got lots of
A rare form!
coins. We got a new outfit for Junpei.
So powerful!
Let's keep
Or
going.
not necessarily a new outfit, but a new, you know, new armor. I feel like we gotta be getting kinda close to the save point and stuff. Speak of the devil.
Figure could it
So we're gonna save, and then I don't think we have enough HP and SP left to win the fight, but it doesn't hurt to try. Because we're gonna have to do it like once anyway, just to figure out what the enemy is weak to, what it like dodges. It's just gonna be like, it'll be a little bit easier if I just try it once. Because the other thing is, if the enemy is not weak to electricity in any meaningful way, then
shadow can if that presence is it doesn't seem like it's going to attack.
like, let's see if this thing has any minions. Okay, nope, it's just a big dude.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Gotcha.
I'm thinking set everybody to act freely. Like, act freely is not the best, but it's, okay, already kind of bad.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
So it uses Magarudyne. Physical attacks do work,
Let's get him.
although the damage is not great. I don't know if that's because it's strong against physical. It might just be strong against physical, because that all-out attack did normal damage. That was fine. Okay. So it kind of just seems like it's doing Magarudyne over and over again. Which we can get around if that's all it's going to do.
Still alive.
Okay, it's not weak to electricity. Honestly, the boss may just have no weaknesses.
I need your help.
In which case, this is just a straight up and down fight, which just means it's going to be like, can I out-heal the damage this guy does?
Here. Use this.
It's a tough one.
So here's what I'm thinking. Junpei and Akihiko go on full assault, because I can keep up with the healing. I am debating whether or not to put Metis on Orgia mode. I think I'm going to not do it for now.
I need your help.
Like, the tricky thing is, like, she doesn't have to pay cost on her skills, and she's stronger. So we're going to be able to kill this guy faster. On the other hand,
Sorry
if we don't beat it in 5 turns, we lose Metis effectively for the rest of the fight.
I couldn't finish it off.
Maybe I should have her on full assault though, just to
It won't go down. The enemy's off balance. Attack!
Here's a chance. Let's get.
nope.
Huh? Why not?
We are going to heal everybody.
The enemy's returned to normal.
It's on. Don't mess with me. It's still alive.
I'm gonna go ahead and Tarukaja everybody. We don't need the help. So let's like make this guy die faster.
Junpei-kun!
Sorry to keep you waiting. Don't mess with me.
Like Junpei is our biggest problem here.
It's still alive.
And even then, he's not like a major liability. I am absolutely going to put Metis on full assault though. Like, stop healing with items, please. At that point, just let me do it.
Check this out. That one just won't die. It's still alive.
I thought that would do it.
So what I'm thinking is, how much health does he have? Like, about a quarter of the bar. I think Metis will be able to get us there with the damage boost she gets from being in Orgia mode.
Check this out. That one just won't die.
I'm giving it my all. Persona! It's a tough one.
Did that actually do less damage than it did the previous turn? Oh, that might be because she was power charged. Okay, that's annoying, but manageable.
Sorry to keep you waiting. It's still alive.
Ah, attack is reverting. I don't like that.
I thought that would do it. Persona!
That's fine. Take 8 SP. As long as he doesn't SP drain me, we're good.
Just won't die. I couldn't finish it off.
In fact, we won.
Keep your filthy hands off my
I gotta say that was an easy boss fight compared to some of the other stuff we've dealt with. Ooh, Maragidine. Kinda think... Ooh, it's actually tough to decide what goes here for Maragidine. Honestly, we don't come across groups of enemies that are all weak to the same thing that often. I might just dump Maragidine. Yeah, let's go back to the Desert of Doors. I think we're done with boss fights for this section, but it does not hurt to be careful. I'm trying to remember from the first time I played this, but I don't think there is ever more than 3 like door checkpoint thingies. Actually, with how often I've been getting fusion accidents, I should save first. Or maybe I'll go do like all the weapon and armor shopping I want to do first. Because that's not going to change, and it's just kind of inconvenient to do it more than once. Okay, so we don't need this, or this, or this. Easy money so far. And then we can also sell our 8 opulent coins. Yeah, we're doing fine on money. We are. I don't want to say we're not worried about it, but we're fine. We're good. So Junpei already has his best weapon. I think actually all of them do. A guillotine axe. Okay, Titanic Knuckles and a railgun. Yeah, we're already good on weapons. Armor. So, I could get Ergo armor. So let's see. Sorry, let me check. Okay, this is 106. Akiko's got 108. I think we kind of don't need... Okay, we're actually fine there. I think the main thing will be boots. Baskins. These are equivalent to the one... Oh no, that's for Metis. Never mind. So we've already got the Surmet legs. We want Baskins. And then if I look at the boots that Junpei is wearing, Evade Wind is like so good that I'm like, do I actually replace this? Like, I kind of think the answer is no. Like, it would be one thing if it was going from like 64 to 80. 64 to 70 something is not a huge jump. I think we wait. Like, we got new legs for Metis and we got new armor for Aegis, and I think that covers it. We'll save the money for when it's going to be a bigger upgrade, probably at the end of the dungeon. Like, once it's a, like, absolutely, like, double digit, like, I probably didn't even need to upgrade Metis's leg stuff necessarily, but it gives her more agility, which is, like, pretty good. It kind of goes along with the, like, you know, we got an item on her that gives her a free Sukukaja, I think. She's just, like, very fast. We kind of want to keep her that way. Let's fuse some personas. Oh, we actually have a lot to work with now. We really don't need this Black Frost. Let me see if I can, like, make literally anything else with it. Like, Dionysus, I remember being pretty good. Ooh, this could give us access to Amrita. Like, this isn't perfect, but I think I'll take it. Ooh, holding something within itself. And then we don't need this Karama Tengu for anything. Clotho. I can make a Barong. Thing is, Barong doesn't like really get us anything we want. It's kind of just an in-between kind of persona. What about Clotho Rajanaga? Clotho Vasuki? There's like no... There's like no good stuff, but I'm kind of wondering, is that just because these are level 30 something? Like I just need to make bigger things for the sake of having bigger things. Like I'm gonna make this Narasimha not because I want it, just to like kind of get the average level of our stuff up. Like Kingu, okay, that just makes that. What about this Lakshmi? I think I don't need Pazuzu at this point, so it's not necessarily bad to get rid of it. Alice could be something. Actually, the main thing Alice gets is Die For Me, which is the capstone of the dark elements, but that's not even that good. Like, the stuff I would be fusing to get that is better than the other stuff. Now, this could be good as, like, it's got 2 elements and a healing spell, and some random buff skills. I think I like this. Let's see, is there anything else worth making? Not particularly. Okay. We have shopped, we have fused. I think it's time to get back to the dungeon. Sorry, I'm just checking something. Okay. All right, now let's get back into the dungeon.
There are 2 enemies.
Okay, we're encountering the same enemies as we did last time. I forget if that's like directly a sign that we're basically done, or if it's just like a coincidence.
There's only 1 enemy left.
Right, everybody's on Act Freely. Time to fix that. I also keep forgetting to check out the antique store. I should really do that more often. Since we're mainly encountering the same enemies, like, I'll do fights that seem worth it along the way, but I'm gonna like prioritize finding the stairs and keeping things moving.
There are 3 of
Okay,
them.
tactics. Everybody go on knockdown, and then Metis go on Revia mode. And then let's try to kill everybody with a sword anyway.
Don't mess with me.
Nice punch.
Way to go, Senpai.
Akihiko Senpai defeated an enemy. Metis defeated an enemy.
That's the last one. I got nothing.
I think we can beat it. Yeah.
Incredible. That would.
Didn't mean to grab that, but I'll take it. Where are the stairs? I guess we have to fight this little guy.
Only one enemy. You've surprised it.
Hasta la vista.
That's it. The enemy is down.
Here's our chance. Let's get him. Get back here, you son of
Incredible.
I guess we'll also take the throne here. Because we're good on money. We're good on weapons. And the weapons you can find at this point aren't very good anyway. Like, it would be better to just keep finding personas we can make.
There are two of them. Attack. It's weak.
Understood. Hasta la vista.
Don't mess with me.
There's one enemy left.
And I've been waiting for this. Okay, now.
I guess we'll take the money.
My skills have improved.
Hello, stairs. Okay, another big group.
There are 5 enemies. Use Mudo.
Okay.
It seems Hama skills work well.
Understood.
Let's go for it.
3 enemies left.
Come on, let's dance.
Metis defeated an enemy.
Just 2 more to go. Damn, we couldn't finish it off.
There's 1 enemy left.
Last one.
Hasta la vista.
All right.
Incredible. That
I was a little worried about that because I know the hand shadows can do ice skills. And we are weak to those. But I don't want to switch off of Cert if I can help it.
Leveled up.
I mean, that is a rare treasure chest. I feel like I have to go for it.
There's 1 enemy. Attack.
Understood. Hasta la vista.
Don't mess with me. I've been waiting for this. Okay, now.
Let's get this started. Persona! All right, sister. Let's get him. Everyone, attack!
That one just won't die.
Hasta la vista.
That was easy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip that floor. Got a topaz. I should really turn those in. I could probably get some like decent
There's one
items.
enemy.
There's a part of me that just wants to run from this fight, but I know I want to get Cert to level 58 so we can use Ragnarok, and that's not gonna happen unless I actually do fights. I mean, it'll happen eventually either way, because we'll have to, but the more we do now, the less we do later, kind of thing. I just don't want to kill too much time on these floors, because like we've already beaten the bosses for this area, so it's like these enemies aren't going to give substantially more experience than that. I mean, they won't give more experience than that, but even like collectively, they're just going to stop being useful for experience pretty quick.
Great battle.
I guess I'll take Dominion? Like, we don't need the money. Like, I'm starting to hit a situation where it's like, what do I take in the shuffle time when I don't actually want anything? Like, normally I'd be like, money is the thing to take, but we have 1 million? I think we're maybe not set forever, but we're set for a while.
Last one. Caesar.
I think I'm mainly going to be taking experience because experience is just always useful. And personas just because I can use them to make better stuff, hopefully. Get some like other skills in rotation. Like, my main goal is unlocking Ragnarok. My, like, next goal after that is going to be getting, what's it called? Amrita from Jadayu. Probably butchered those pronunciations, but let's just roll with it. Okay. This, from what I remember, this guy was like not weak to anything. It was just like a straight up, oh no, I remember this. This was the one where we want everybody to act freely because physical damage did basically nothing. I actually might want to see if I have any personas that like nullify slash damage. That would just make this a lot easier. Even though it would mean switching off of Cert, which is not ideal. Oh! Narasimha does just straight up null slash. That's actually something to consider. Let's see how well we can handle a Deathbound.
Check this out. Damn, couldn't finish it off.
Tarunda is fine.
I couldn't finish it off.
Attack weakened. Please be careful.
That is fine. The question is, do I heal Junpei or am I kind of cool if Junpei goes down? I think I would rather get the enemy closer to dead.
Couldn't finish it off.
Persona! Top one. Nice try.
Nice, Metis.
Like, there we go, that's fine.
Balance.
Didn't even need to heal Junpei.
All enemies defeated.
Experience? Yeah, ooh, we even got the level 7 wand. Oh, that actually wasn't that much experience. I was kind of expecting more. Snuff sword. That is like not worth it.
A surprise attack. There's only one.
Let's see, when in the turn order does this thing go?
Please be
Second.
careful.
I'm gonna try to run. Like, we were debuffed. I just kind of didn't want to deal with it. Let's try this way.
There are 5 dazed enemies. Attack now.
Understood.
Actually, knockdown and knockdown. And deathbound. I was really hoping I would hit more of them.
Senpai defeated an enemy.
I was hoping it would crit somebody, but I was at least hoping it would hit most
Metis
of them.
defeated an enemy. 2 enemies left.
2 to go.
Okay, it's a little bit... Ooh, actually, I don't think
It won't go down.
Deathbound is the move here. We want to preserve as much HP as possible, because that can happen.
Metis defeated an enemy.
Okay, I like that.
Now's your chance.
I will accept that. I'm not crazy about it.
Dude,
There's one enemy. Attack.
It won't go down.
The enemy's off balance. Attack.
here's a chance. Let's get him. Get back here, you son
Incredible. That was a...
Are we almost there? Still going. I guess we'll fight this thing to like avoid the aggro of the thing behind us.
There are 2 of them. Attack.
Understood. It won't go down.
I'm fighting for him as well.
Akihiko Senpai defeated an enemy.
Here's our chance.
Fly. Happy and heart.
Okay, so Aegis hit 58. I think Cert's still at like 55 or 56. Okay, had to do kind of a wide circle there, but we got around him. Okay, stairs are this way, like... I don't see any treasure chests that way, so I'm gonna not bother. There we go. Alright, let's watch a cutscene. I wonder who it is this time. Like, whose memory. Oh, it's Mitsuru's.
So this is the interior of Tartarus.
I'm gonna turn it up just a bit because their voices are kind of quiet.
It's only the second time anyone's been here without special equipment.
Normal weaponry is useless against shadows. Any equipment we brought would be for your peace of mind. Everyone here has had their potential developed in our labs. That should suffice to protect us. And even if you're devoured, that in itself would be valuable data for us.
Is anyone left in the Ergo division who isn't a psycho? In any case, sir, are you all right with this? I mean, bringing your daughter?
I don't mind at all. I myself requested to come along.
You heard her.
I see. I'm sorry to have spoken out of turn, sir. Hey, what's wrong? What the?
Looks like it's back to the drawing board for the artificial development of potential.
Sir, miss, step aside.
That's a shadow.
You little... Sir! Miss! Ugh.
Father!
Oh, did you see that? Such power! It's a persona. I was right. Persona users do exist. Mitsuru.
Father, I'm glad you're safe.
That was wonderful! Lady Mitsuru, a beautiful expression of your natural potential. At last, our future seems bright. Why are you so happy about it? No. Mitsuru can never escape from the destiny of atonement. She'll spend her life bound to our cursed legacy when she should be finding her own way. What's so bright about that?
Don't worry, Father. I chose this for myself. I'll protect you, Father.
Mitsuru.
Was that Senpai's?
Oh, yes.
Senpai? What's the matter?
Well, I'm sorry. It's just that seeing Father before my eyes, as if he were still alive, was...
Senpai.
But wasn't Mitsuru Senpai really cute when she was little?
Not the time, Junpei.
Excuse me, Iori. Are you saying that's no longer the case?
No, that's not what I...
It's exactly as I thought. Of the past events we've seen up to this point, the first one seemed to be about getting ready for battle, but the others... How should I put it? It feels like there's some aspect they all have in common. Don't you all think so?
Yes, but for now, we don't know what that might be.
This is the 5th door. We should be getting closer to the source we're looking for.
Oh, I just remembered. There's something I have to tell you all. Remember the machinery and documents Mitsuru-senpai found? I looked into them, and it turns out they were things that the chairman hid when he was still alive. Most of them were from the accident 10 years ago, so he must have hid them so they wouldn't be destroyed. Some of the notes I found seem to be talking about the Abyss of Time.
Is that true?
We may be close to discovering what this place really is. We're closing in on it. We should hurry forward.
Okay, I'll turn the audio back down now because I know the combat sounds are a lot louder than the dialogue. So, there are 7 doors in the desert. 2 left. Add Akihiko, add Junpei. Let's see, we've seen a door for Ken, Akihiko, him and Koromaru, and Mitsuru. But we've seen 5 doors. Unless Koromaru counted separately. Maybe he did. Okay, we've got our crew together. Let's go see if the shop added new stuff and check out the antique store. I'm actually going to do that first so I don't forget. Restore SP. I kind of feel like that's the pick. Oh, we should make as many homunculi as possible. Make a magic mirror. The sutras, the magatamas. Kind of thinking like having an Amrita water would be good. Having a Trifui gem would not be bad. I'll take a bead and then a couple chewing souls and a snuff soul. Anything I can trade for, like, card-wise? I can boost luck, strength, luck endurance, luck magic, or luck and agility. I kind of feel like I should just wait and trade all those in, like, right at the end. When I, like, know what my final persona or personas are gonna be. Got some new things in. We don't need this, so we may as well sell it for money. So let's get a Zweihander, let's get a Colossus, let's get a Crusher Fist, let's get a Kiss of Athena. And then armor-wise, what are we looking at? Honestly, I think I'm okay passing on that stuff. What about shoes? Shoes for the boys. +4 agility, that's pretty good. We can sell this railgun we don't need. So actually, I thought we were good on money. We were basically just good enough to kit ourselves out once. But still, that's like better than nothing. Check status. So take Colossus, and that's actually all you get. You get the Crusher Fist. That's kind of a sucky power, but I'll roll with it. And Junpei gets a Zweihander. That also sucks, but yeah, Shoes of Bane. You kind of want him to I kind of think like giving him a vitality ring is not the worst idea. Like, it's better than what he's already got, which is, you know, basically nothing. I mean, it is nothing. So this way it's like we're trading away the extra chance of evading wind, but in exchange we're getting a lot more HP. Let's also see if we can fuse anything. So if we take Rajanaga, Throne, we could make a Ganesha, we could make an Alice, we could make Kurihime, we could make a Bishamonten. What if we do these two? Nothing like really worth it. Kind of looking at these like not great options. Daisojo doesn't really get anything good. Like Samsara would be something. Chernobog? It's like mainly dark skills. It nulls slash. What about like no. What about Throne and Dominion? Ooh, Odin. Odin is very good. Odin. I would say Odin is worth it. The question is, I think we try to level up Jadiu at least once to get Amrita, and then we can pass that on to Odin, and that would be good. But first priority is Cert. And actually, if we can get Cert up to, I think 58 is when it learns Ragnarok, and that's also its like last ability. If we can get Cert up to there, we can actually fuse Cert into something, and we just need to make sure we pass on Ragnarok to whatever we make. If we could make an Odin with Ragnarok, that would be ideal, because Odin gets Thunder Rain and Spellmaster. And that would make, if we got it all the way up to the point where it gets Spellmaster, that would make Thunder Rain and Ragnarok a lot more like spammable. Okay. Powerful enemy below us. That is nothing new.
There are 3 of them.
So I am more concerned about the giant. So let's figure out what's going on with the giant.
You won't escape.
Before I commit to a huge attack, I should make sure they're not going to like repel everything back at me. Lots of Twitch notifications.
There's an opening.
I thought that would do it.
Let's see what's up with the Maya. And let's, I guess, attack it.
Go for it!
Metis defeated an enemy. The enemy's weak against wind.
Oh, they do Bufu die? That's bad.
Another enemy.
Oh, and they can summon the big guy? That's, I don't like that.
Another enemy. Now there are 3.
Ooh.
3 enemies left. It's weak against
Okay.
ice. Use Bufu skills.
And that thing can use Bufu dying. Ooh. Ooh. What's the turn order like? Okay, we will get most of our turns in before that thing goes.
2 more enemies.
Cooldown begun.
Oh, that's also bad.
Sorry to keep you
We
waiting.
may have to switch off of Cert. Assuming we don't die.
Don't overdo it.
Okay. We saved. We're fine. New plan of attack. Okay, I think if we come across that same enemy group, I may just have to
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Understood. You won't escape.
avoid using cert,
How did it dodge that?
just because the risk is so
It seems Hama skills
not
work well on
great.
this one.
Fly, happy and heart.
Ooh, I like this.
It's a tough one.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
As much as I would love to
Firing.
deathbound them, that is just going to make the Fierce Cyclops
Don't
heal.
use Augie skills.
Oh, he's got some bad stuff.
Too slow.
I've regained my honor.
Metis defeated an enemy.
That one just won't die.
So now I'm looking at this like, we should take out the Cyclops as fast as possible. Because like the Lions have bad stuff, but the Cyclops has like 2 powerful elemental skills that hit everybody. I guess Zionga isn't really a concern because no one's weak to it, and Akihiko actually blocks it, but it's still not like good. I think we are going to do a fair bit of grinding here.
There are 3 enemies. Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Understood.
I might even go ahead and heal. Like, I just want to avoid getting totally blown out on like the first turn because we didn't know what they were weak to. Or we didn't know what skills they had.
It's weak against strike attacks.
Weak against strike, it does win skills, but if it's weak against strike, we've got 2 people who are probably going to be knocking them down.
Check this out.
Oh, actually 3 people, because Junpei can do that too.
Let's do this.
That's your chance.
That one.
Fly, happy and heart.
There's 1 enemy
Last
left.
one.
Akihiko's only 1 enemy left.
I think we'll just wait.
The enemy.
Check this out. Dude.
You've surprised them. Be careful.
Understood.
I guess let's just focus on the Cyclops.
Still alive.
Going into Orgia mode.
AoE? Yeah, we like to see that.
It's a tough one.
There are 3 enemies left. Firing. Enemy
Okay,
defeated.
that's the most dangerous one down.
Akihiko-senpai defeated an enemy.
I must quit.
Oh, now starts at 56, and that's actually the last level we needed. Well, let's just go ahead and replace Agidine. There is basically whatchamacallit? A blazing flame. What does that do?
My
It would probably be faster to check. I assume it's a accessory. Nullifies fire damage. Afin1, welcome to the chat. It's been a while. How are you doing? Nullifies fire damage. That's really good, but we don't have anyone who's weak to fire damage right now. Thor is like good, but actually there's a lot of stuff walking around that does wind damage. I think we want Java. That's good.
Watch out. Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Okay, these things. They just killed me earlier and I already forgot what they do.
You won't escape.
Ooh, they do electricity stuff. That's potentially not good.
Just won't die.
Going into Orgia mode.
3 enemies left.
So I know I probably should switch off this persona. But I want the experience, so I'm gonna be greedy.
That one just won't die.
Just 2 more to go.
Defeated an enemy. 1 enemy to go.
There's an opening.
My will is the source of my power.
Oh, they're weak to wind. I could have been doing that this whole time. Oh well.
Keep your filthy
Ooh, Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight is so good. I can't wait for Silk Song. Does that have a release date yet? I haven't actually been like I'm excited to play it, but I don't keep tabs on like
2 of them, and they're shook up.
Announcements. Nope, no release date. You can pre-order it on Steam though, so it's gotta be in some state of completeness.
Understood. Firing.
It's weak weak against ice. Use Bufu skills.
I'm giving it my all.
One of these days I should also go back and like finish the God Home stuff in Hollow Knight. I never got past
My sister.
Sly.
A surprise attack. 2 enemies. Give
We
me a
know what the
sec. I'll
Cyclops
scan
can
the
do.
target.
Let's check out this
Understood.
eye demon thingy. Noble Seeker.
Firing! Going into Orgia mode.
The enemy's weak against wind.
Weak against wind, you say?
Akihiko-senpai is in trouble!
I couldn't finish it off.
There's one enemy.
I know, right?
I'm worried about Akihiko-senpai.
I need your help!
That was amazing.
Hey, there we go. Ooh, I could get null electricity? That actually seems like something worth trying to get. I feel like it's kind of weird that Silk Song is like taking so long to come out, because like I remember there being like in 2019 when they announced it, like there was like a trailer with what looked like gameplay.
There's one enemy. Attack!
So like at the very least they had some form of playable something.
Persona!
The enemy is down. Now's your
Here's
chance.
a chance.
Like I know COVID delayed a lot of things, but I feel like even most things that were delayed at the start of COVID have either come out now or just been like, you know, some stuff has been like delayed until there isn't a pandemic anymore because it involves like in-person stuff. But like Silk Song's a video game. It feels weird that there's no updates. Like especially given how polished everything looked in the trailers.
There are 4 enemies.
Understood. Persona!
You found the enemy's weakness.
I need your help! Keep it up! One more! Persona!
The enemy is down. Good one. Now's your chance.
I need your help!
Like I'd rather Team Cherry take their time with it and make it like good.
Here's a chance.
Like if that's what they need to do. It's just weird that we're not like hearing that that's what they're doing, I guess.
I can sense your...
Like maybe they just announced it too early. Like maybe that trailer they released in 2019 was like everything they had at the time. I don't even see the enemy. Oh, it's just really small. Okay.
Four enemies. They seem rattled. Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
All right. Tactics, torpedo mode.
Firing!
Damn you!
3 enemies left.
Nice punch!
It's weak against Garu skills.
Weak against Garu skills. I can work with that.
I'm giving it my all.
Although hopefully Metis can just take them out for me.
For it! Now's your chance!
2 enemies to go.
2 to go!
Firing!
The enemies return to normal.
Persona! I've reached my limits.
Ooh, that's not great.
Junpei-kun defeated an enemy.
I'm all out of options.
Is this thing weak to Pierce?
It's weak against Garu. Only
Or it's
one
not weak to
enemy
Pierce,
left.
but we can hit
You
it.
won't escape!
There we go.
No shadows detected.
I think these things were also weak to wind, but I think I'm gonna let,
Understood.
actually, yeah, I'm gonna let Metis take care of them
Firing!
first. Like, I'll clean up any stragglers.
How did it dodge that?
But why have us waste the SP when Metis can just do it for free? Ah, that's why. Her AI is bad. I think we can still beat this with just physical attacks, though. Oh, that's annoying.
I've regained my honor.
Only one enemy left.
Let's revive Junpei.
This! Keep your filthy hands off!
Let's take the experience. Pretty good. Okay, I don't think any of our people can wear that.
There are 3 enemies.
I think these were weak
It's
to...
weak
Ooh, they're weak
against
to strike. Do I have... I do not have a strike skill. So I'm just gonna...
Understood. You won't escape!
go with that.
It's on!
That's your chance. Go!
Good to go!
think we take the money here. Well, we would have taken the money if I was better at tracking where the money was.
My skills have increased.
There are 3 enemies. It's weak against...
Understood. You won't escape. Activating Morphia mode. Persona!
Okay, now!
Metis defeated an enemy.
That's the last one.
Damn. Couldn't finish it off.
Ah, that's bad.
Please, be careful.
Okay, we survived.
Did you see that, Shinji?
I need to be more mindful of the fact that a lot of my personas have at least one weakness, and there's a lot of like tight coverage in this area. Or I guess we've mainly seen wind and electricity. No, we've seen wind, electricity, and
There are
ice.
3 enemies. Be careful.
All 3.
Be careful. Slashing it.
Understood.
Yeah, mode. I think we just go for it.
Fly! Happy and heart! Persona! I thought that would do it!
Please dodge.
I couldn't finish it off. Nice try. 2 to go.
You won't escape!
1 enemy left.
Last one.
I must protect them.
My skills have improved.
3 enemies. You've surprised them.
The turn order. Okay, Akihiko's gonna go before Junpei, so I don't have to mess with anything.
Firing!
That. And then Akihiko should take care of the rest.
Nice punch!
Damn you! Here's our chance. Damn you! I've been waiting for this.
There we go.
There are 3 of them. Strike first. Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Understood. Firing!
It's weak against ice. Use...
Fly! Happy and heart!
Metis defeated an enemy.
Firing!
There you go, Metis.
Enemy to go.
More like that, please.
Okay, now!
have found like everything on this floor except the stairs. Here we go. We're close to it? Oh, I guess we are on the 5th floor. That's... honestly, I'm kind of thinking about just heading straight down and seeing if we can't find that boss. My guess would be like around floor 8 is when the save room will be. Floor 8 or floor 9 maybe. I feel like 10 would be a lot of floors. I don't want to fight just like random small encounters. I want to fight like this one's decent size.
3 dazed enemies. This is our chance.
Understood. Firing!
It's still alive.
Going into Orgia mode. Yeah, 2 more to go. Firing! 1 enemy.
Nice. One more.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
I must.
I guess we are fighting the small one. Ooh.
Give me a sec.
What are you?
Understood. Firing!
It's still alive.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like darkness will work.
Ah. That's bad. No weaknesses and it can do every kind of magic. Cool.
Let's dance.
I might run from this.
Top one.
We might be able to do it. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna regret risking it, almost certainly, but I'm gonna risk it.
Top one.
Yeah, that's probably the worst one that could have happened. Or second worst. Worst would have been Zeodyne. That would have knocked me down.
Just 1 enemy left.
You won't escape.
Okay, we made it through that. That wasn't so bad. And now we have Null Elec. So let's... I feel like we don't need Null Panic at this point. Ah, we have another Karama Tengu. Forgot about him. Like, what does Jadi get next? Ma Garudine? And then we get whatever item it's holding. I think it's worth it for the item, but not so much the Garudine. Like, I don't think I would use that.
There's 1 enemy. Attack! Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
Like, I feel like there's supposed to be a symbol next to its name there, but it's just a white box. Tortilla mode, let's just try an attack.
It's still alive.
Use Mudo skills. It's weak against darkness.
Oh, it can do pierce damage, which we are weak to. We should maybe switch off. Let's see how much damage Metis can do. Okay. And this thing is going next.
The enemy's weak against darkness. Just one enemy left.
What do I have to work with? Nothing like spectacular. I think Thor is promising. Let's go with Thor. And then I guess let's go for a Zeodyne. Hey, that's not bad.
I've been waiting for this. Damn, couldn't finish it off.
Tough one. Firing!
I really thought that would work. Like that would be the end of the fight. Oh well. Akihiko got it. Ooh, we hit level 60. I think we can make some personas now. I know we can make Bishamon 10 because that one has come up a lot. Okay. Okay, we hit the save room. You know, we've still got most of our SP. I'm kind of thinking, what's the harm in just trying? See if we take out the boss first try. I'm just gonna heal Akihiko to full medicines. And then I think Jadayu is a risk factor because it's weak to pierce, but the fact that we have like 4 elemental strengths, granted one of them is light, but that still kind of comes up. Like, it's worth a try. And if I get in here and I find out like every single enemy does piercing damage, then we can always switch. So I think all of these types usually do slashing or striking.
Give me a sec. I'll scan the target.
I think we put Metis on. Let's put Metis and Junpei on full assault. Let's put Akihiko on heal and support. And then let's Sukukaja everybody. I don't want to make the first move if I can help it. I would rather figure out what they are weak to first. Oh right, these are bosses, they're not going to tell me. It doesn't hurt to do the analysis anyway. Okay, they do pierce. So we want to probably get off of Jadayu. I may go with Cert. Because we know the turret does fire stuff. And Cert likes fire. I'm gonna heal everybody. I'm gonna let Akihiko focus on debuffs. Okay, yeah, we were definitely right to switch off Jadayu.
It's off! That one just won't die.
My will is the source of my power.
Ooh, one of them weak to ice. That actually makes a lot of sense.
I thought that would do it. You won't escape.
I played Q1. I didn't finish Q1, and I haven't played Q2. Q1 was like pretty fun. I think I got stuck on, I forget what the dungeon was like called, but there were these like dudes that were really powerful that like run around it, and I think I had to like try to get past one of them in a particular way, and I just couldn't figure it out. And then I just never got around to getting back to it. But Q1 was like fun until I got stuck. Let me see. What do I want to do here?
You won't escape.
I guess I'll just attack.
The enemy. Nice try.
Nice, Metis. The enemy's off balance.
Check this out. That one just won't die.
Persona.
Oh, actually, what I should be doing is putting Metis on knockdown, because she can knock down one of them.
Understood.
That's where I'm going wrong. Okay.
I need your help.
I feel like we can do this. I feel like this is not a especially difficult fight so far. Unless there's some like curveball they're gonna throw me on like the last legs of their health bar. Ah, or that could happen. That could be bad.
All I can do is watch.
Please, be careful.
Metis, you can knock down the tank. Why didn't you do that?
Be careful.
Nice try. Don't overdo it.
Last one.
It's off. That one just
Yeah,
won't
it
die.
kind of sucks that it's going to be Switch exclusive for the first, like, I assume it'll come to other stuff eventually, but it sucks that it's only on Switch for now, especially because from what I heard, the Nocturne remaster runs the worst on the Switch of the systems it came out on, which was, I think, PS4, you know, PS4, PS5, or no, it might have just been PS4, but you can play it on a PS5. Anyway, yeah, PS4, Switch, and I think PC, and it runs the worst on the Switch. So that's something I am nervous for about SMT5, is like, if they're using the same engine, is it gonna have the same problems? I mean, I don't know if they're using the same engine, I'm just guessing they are.
Understood.
Let's heal everybody.
I won't lose.
It's off. That one just won't die.
Come on. Let's dance.
imagine Ragnarok is not going to go well. So I'm going to just try for basic attacks. Oh, that sucks. That sucks a lot, actually.
It's off! Damn, couldn't finish it off.
Nice try. Don't mess with me.
Maybe I should take Akihiko off heal and support, like, just try to kill these things faster.
That one just won't die.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. Akihiko, you go on... I'm gonna put you on knockdown. I might actually put Junpei on knockdown too, just in case.
I need your help.
Because, like, I don't know, maybe the things that it just summoned are weak to something, and I just haven't seen it because I've had them on full assault the whole time. There we go.
Way to go,
I should have been using Akihiko for damage the whole time.
That's the last one.
Tough one.
Okay, I am going to switch to... Ooh, do I switch to Thor, or do I switch to Jadayu? Thor needs more experience overall, but we might be able to just finish Jadayu right now. So I think that's worth it.
Firing.
I'll do my best until the very end.
Okay, Cert hit level 57. Ooh, attack mirrors and a precious egg. Those are good. Well, let's head back. Get that checkpoint. Let's see. I don't think we'll need new equipment unless he has some. Let's see. We can sell stuff. Yeah, we can sell stuff. We don't need this, 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 this. It does just say raw. That might not, that might mean we don't need I don't know. Like, it doesn't say it has to be equipped on a like girl, but I have a sneaking suspicion that the gender politics of this game are not progressive enough to let me do what I want to do. Yeah, I figured. Okay. That sucks, because having resist wind would actually be really useful on Junpei. Let's see. We're good on equipment. Do I need to restock on any items? New items. Oh, we finally have... These have probably been in stock for a while. I'm just gonna get like 5 of each, just to like cover my bases. I don't expect that we're gonna be in the situation like too often where it's like the difference between winning and losing, but if it comes up, I want to have it. I'll also pick up a few more revival beads, and maybe I'll just grab like 10 medicinal powders. I don't want to go crazy on spending in the item shop. Since coming back to the entrance to heal is always free, but it's just like... okay, I'm gonna save, and then we're gonna try to fuse some personas. What I would like to do is make an Odin that has Ragnarok, if that is even possible. Let's see. So Cert is done. If we fuse Cert and Rajanaga, or Cert and Narasimha, can make a Lilith, which is like actually not great. About Cert and any of these make some flavor of Odin. It looks like not. Loki is not bad though. Like if I could pass along Ragnarok, Null Charm would not be bad. Mediarama would be nice. Honestly, I just want like everything Cert has, basically. Okay, this will have Ragnarok, but nothing else I want it to have. Am I okay with that? I kind of think not. The frustrating thing is I think Loki is like a pretty common like piece of Odin. Like I can fuse Loki with a lot of other stuff to make an Odin. So the question is, do I like commit to this or do I look for other recipes? I think I'll just look for other recipes later. Let's see what else we can make. We can make a Raphael, which is like okay. Like Media Rahan's good, but I don't know how badly I need that right this second. Kali is not really worth it. I'm kind of not seeing anything worth making. What if this Rajanaga is like useless to me. What if I just fuse it with something else to like give ourselves more options? Like what if I make Succubus? I don't even particularly care if it has either of those persona skills. So now we at least have some like higher level fusion fodder. So now if we take Succubus, Kurama Tengu, we can make a different Loki. We can make a Bishamonten. Ooh, actually, Bishamonten is not bad. Like, it has all of the like benefits and drawbacks of Cert, plus it nullifies Pierce. And it's strong against light. So this would not be bad. I want a very specific moveset on it, which I don't know if we're going to get. Like, this has Ragnarok, but I kind of want it to also get Mediarama. Or I guess it has Diorama. No, we don't want single target heals. We cannot accept single target heals. I'll try this like a couple of times, and then if I don't see it come up, I'll just do it next time or something and keep looking at other stuff for now. Ooh, we were almost there. We do need Ragnarok. Ragnarok. Not quite. Ragnarok Fire Boost. This is like almost acceptable. Like, I would be missing out on... Like, I just want Mediarama and Ragnarok. That might be a lot to ask, but I do want it. Okay, this is like not happening. Let me see if I can make something else that like can become a healer instead. Oh, that's not good. We don't want that. Ah, and suddenly Raphael looks a lot better if I can make it a healer. The downside would be... like, there's nothing I can make that's like... Like, I have to use one of my good personas to make these things. That's what's throwing me off here. I think... Ooh, this is like almost there. Yeah. We might just kind of roll with what we have. There's not a whole lot here that I'm like excited about. Oh, I can make Odin with 2 things. No, we're gonna pass on everything. So I think I already saved, but just to be on the safe side, I'll save again. No, we did make the succubus, so I should save. And then once we save here. I am going to call it a night because I'm getting tired and there is still something I have to take care of after the stream tonight, like personally. But before I go, like I said earlier in the stream, good night Fridays. I may or may not stream on Friday for SMT5's release. The best way to find out if I'm going to be doing that is to join my Discord. So if... There you go. If you want to stay up to date on when I'm streaming, that is the place to go. I'm not always the most active outside of streaming, and I know I should be, but it's still a fun place to hang out. And yeah, that's going to be the best place to check in. I'll also try to tweet, but I have been trying to use Twitter less, and I think that's a good thing. Aside from that, I will also be off next week. I'm going to be taking some much needed rest. So potential stream on Friday. Otherwise, I will see you the Monday after next. Let me see if there is anyone live we can raid. Ooh, there is actually a lot of people live today. Let's raid. Who do we want to raid? Let's raid. Ooh, let's raid Tayoshi Yuto. They are... We've raided them a handful of times in the past. I don't know them personally, but they are one of the organizers of PersonaCon, which I attended just as like an attendee, and it was pretty fun for like a virtual convention. I mean, I don't know why I added a qualifier. That makes it sound like it's not fun. It was fun. I'm just like triple checking that I spelled this right. Tayoshi Yuto. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, let's raid.